Welcome to this series of discussions with James Walker, Vice President of Managed Network Services for Tata Communications, about the emergence of a new IT roadmap for enterprise communications. Now, in this video, I want to make sense of the growing range of network options that can be deployed to meet the need for today's highly demanding users. James, welcome back. Now, in the last programme, we looked at how different sectors were responding to change. Is there a common strategy or roadmap that everyone should be looking to adopt?
I think there are a few things that every organisation can look at. One is driving some efficiency into costs for connectivity for smaller offices and remote locations, some of these emerging markets. And they're using managed IPsec services, broadband, those kinds of things, and integrating those into the global WAN. Very good opportunity for cost savings and still gets very good performance. On the performance side of things, I think there's also opportunities to use some of these application optimization devices. Riverbed, Ipanema, various other manufacturers provide platforms there. This allows us to drive more data more efficiently through the network and also to guarantee a better level of service to some of the more outlying parts of the network. Then, of course, there are the two major forms of communications technology. There is MPLS, which is still used very much for connectivity into larger offices and locations all around the world. That's still a very viable strategy. And then we see an emergence of a lot of interest in Ethernet services to connect together data centers in particular, but also large offices, and provide really reliable, scalable connectivity between these locations.
So James, what determines the strategy best suited to modern demands?
I think that really depends on what the organisation is trying to achieve. There are a variety of strategies that are needed depending on what sector that particular organisation sits in. Regulatory implications obviously drive storage requirements and where the storage of information is actually kept. But we also see a big influx of things like bring your own device, which also requires a level of control, and that's something that's across all different verticals that we see. Storing company data on what could be personal devices is an area that needs to be managed and looked at very closely.
So are you saying that we need a new way of designing networks and one that is more application and user-centric?
I think that's exactly what we're seeing, that to date networks have really been designed in function of where people are and to connect them to a centre. I think it's almost time to look at that in a different way, perhaps to turn that entire paradigm around and look at the user and the experience that user needs to have for the applications that they have to use as part of their job.
Well, James, you've given us plenty of food for thought there, and the next time we meet, I want to explore how the new world of communications is helping companies to tap into the opportunity of high growth in the emerging markets. Well, now, if that has struck a chord with the challenges you're facing, you can download a free ebook with keynotes, or why not join the discussion by clicking the button on this page. And if you register, we'll ensure that you get all the series and any future updates. That's all for now, and we look forward to you joining us for the next video. Bye-bye.